And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at small forward. And for the Jazz, Sexton runs point with Clarkson at the 2. Lauri Markkanen out there with John Collins. And it's Juzang in at the 3 spot. All right, Richard, we're right here in the middle of the season. What's the mindset at this point?
Well, there's still a lot of games to be played. So this portion of the year is all about staying focused and engaged, as well as getting your body ready for the most important stretch of the season.
Outside Johnson. Outside Williams. Six to shoot. Russell, the pass to Williams. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
There are the point guard skills of Russell. When he's sharing the rock, this offense runs so much smoother.
Now Sexton. Pass to Collins. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Russell, 15 in his last outing. Thomas outside. Outside, Williams. And the 3 off target. Russell against Sexton. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Williams. Misses the layup. Williams has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Clarkson. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
Russell, the pass to Johnson. Thomas against Clarkson. Back to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. And from 16 feet away, he cans it.
Oh, Cam Thomas is a very comfortable mid-range shooter.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Collins, no good.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship yet.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
The Nets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Outside, Williams. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
First one falls. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Now here's Markkanen. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good for Markkanen. And it's tied up with that one.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Russell, the pass to Claxton. Outside Johnson. Pass to Russell. Over Sexton. The rebound by Markkanen. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was in Brooklyn.
And when you look at it, that shooting percentage is an ugly one. Anytime you see it in the lower 30s, you know it was probably a rough night.
Yeah, they really got held down in that one. If you can't get points on the board, then you're pretty much beat no matter what.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Thomas against Clarkson. Pass to Collins. Over Johnson. Utah with another miss. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Outside for Russell. Now here's Williams. He's covered closely. And that one good.
Love the selfless approach from Russell. His teammates appreciate when he finds them uncovered.
Utah trailing here. Sexton looking around. Pass to Juzang. Over Williams. Juzang, that's good.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
The Nets have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Claxton. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
Brooklyn with the ball, trailing by 2. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
On target from range. Thomas has got 5.
You don't want Thomas to heat up from out there. This man is a microwave scorer.
On the wing, Clarkson. Thomas defends. Clarkson against Thomas. Collins, high post. 9 points in his last outing. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Sharp, he's checked in for Johnson. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Spins. Shot clock at 6. Clarkson against Thomas. Over Clarkson. The kick out to Williams. Second shot opportunity. Claxton. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Clarkson against Thomas. Clarkson outside. Out to the right wing. The baseline J is on the way. Rebound Brooklyn. Now here's Williams. He has 6.
2 fouls for him already. If he's not more careful, his minutes will be curtailed.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Juzang. Thomas outside. They set the pick. Over Clarkson. Sharp. Another shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. The Jazz in second.
And look, that stat is absolutely no fluke. It's just a matter of getting hot from long range. They are working hard to find good, open looks from the perimeter.
He misses the free throw. Martin, he's checked in for Utah. Good on the second one. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Collins outside. To the middle. Clarkson finds Martin. Here's Sensabaugh. And another miss by Utah.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 7 points in the game. Clarkson with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Here's Sensabaugh. It's a 3-point game. And stolen by Claxton. And now the Nets on the break. Here's Thomas. Hammers it down. Goes coast to coast.
Flat out hustle wins Thomas a successful fast break.
And here's Sexton, coming off a 16-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And his assist numbers were remarkable as well. His play is crucial to this team's success.
Now here's Clarkson. Pass to Martin. Here's Sensabaugh. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
For the Jazz, Filipowski comes in for Collins, and it's Keontae George in for Clarkson. And he can't hit the second. Nets leading by 4. Outside Johnson. Pass to Melton. Baseline try. Rebound, Utah.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Sexton with it. Now Sharp defending. Here's Filipowski. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Brooklyn's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Melton passes to Russell. Right side Sharp. Back to Russell. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Staying cool inside, and Russell doesn't want to waste a point-blank look like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Brooklyn making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Jazz trail by 4. Outside Sexton. On the take. Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Stolen by Russell. Here's the break. Jumps up. Here's Johnson. And there's 2. Work on the glass. Paying off that time.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Martin with a screen on Melton. Here's Filipowski. The 3-ball. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Nets leading by 3. Tipped away. Out to the wing. The 3 is up. Sends the ball. No good. On the break. Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
1:41 left to play in the first. They set a pick. Kicks it to George. From deep. He buries it from 3.
Back-to-back threes. Making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
1:25 left now in the first quarter. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Sharp. Back to Johnson. Melton passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Here's Russell. Up again. And it's Martin with the rebound. The Jazz have got 8 of 15 shots to go. Sexton goes in. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Outside Russell. 3-pointer Sharp. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Sexton against Melton. It's stolen by Johnson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer sharp. Sexton grabs the board. Utah trailing here. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Russell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
They've got Kenyon Martin. Collier is out there with George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's George. Markkanen with a screen on Melton. Here's George. Shots blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
A 3 from the inbound. The Jazz again can't hit.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
You gotta move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Martin. Yet to see a basket. And he can't get that one. Good D by Sharp. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Johnson, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Showing his ability to run the floor. Johnson making plays.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Nicholas Claxton.
And we've seen a jump in the last few years in terms of his rebounding. The heart, the hustle, his ability to read shot trajectories and crash the glass at the right time, and his teammates really appreciate the hard work.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. Martin outside. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Collier, covered by Johnson. The floater. Shot's good by Collier.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Nets leading by 5. Now Melton, coming off a 16-point game against Denver. Sharp passes to Johnson. Outside Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Utah grabs the miss.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
It's George with the drive. And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Tuesday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
That free throw, no good.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Melton. Still no points. Outside Johnson. Here's Wilson. Johnson passes to Wilson. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Johnson with a bucket.
Going to work in the mid-range. This is how confident Johnson is from this area.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Now here's George. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Sensabaugh. That's no good. He's 0 for 4. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Jazz trail by 6. Uses the glass on the layup.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. Wondering how the West is shaping up? Well, the midseason grind is in full force. Let's check out the standings. You take a look at Utah, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. No good off the glass. For Utah, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. George passes to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. The teardrop. Collins outside. That three's off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Pass to Wilson. Launches it. Rebound, Utah. Markkanen's got rebound number 8 now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Brooklyn making some changes. Claxton, he's checked in for Watford. And it's Thomas in for Johnson. Nets leading by 5. Thomas with the ball. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And he played cat and mouse with the defense, baiting them into fouls, working himself to the line.
Now here's George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. The 3. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. The Nets have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Melton passes to Sharp. Thomas outside. No luck on that one. Collins with the defensive effort. Here's George. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Brooklyn's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Melton on the wing. No made baskets yet. Thomas against Clarkson. Sharp a screen on Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Thomas. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Nets lead by 5.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. You think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Melton with the ball. Guarded now by George. Melton outside. Pass to Thomas. And there's the screen. Back to Melton. Lets it go from deep. Here's Sharp. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Clarkson passes to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And that one misses. Utah making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Melton. And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 6. And here's Russell. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. And it's Sexton. That time on the assist by Markkanen.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
And Russell's got the ball here for the Nets. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. And that's their 3rd game of a long 6-game trip. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Juzang, he's checked in for Sensabaugh. Some of the hottest players in the league to show you now. The top scorers among shooting guards during the previous 10 games. And you look at Thomas, the 4th best scorer in the NBA. Man, can he pour it in.
And night after night, we see this group light it up. If you try to take something away from them defensively, they'll beat you some other way.
As a 2-guard, that's what it takes to put up points like these guys do. You have to have a versatile game. You have to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
Brooklyn, no good that time either. Jazz trail by 4. Clarkson with the ball. And it's Thomas picking him up. Sexton against Russell. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Now Russell. Thomas outside. Pass to Williams. Now Claxton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Collins with the rebound. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Well, Brooklyn's shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Outside, Williams. Russell deciding where to go with it. Back to Claxton. Clock at 6. Here's Thomas. And the baseline jumper goes down. Thomas has gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Thomas is overwhelming the defense with his energy, just attacking over and over again.
Pass to Juzang. Markkanen with a screen on Williams. Outside for Sexton. Launches a 3. Connects from downtown. Sexton's got 7 points.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Thomas passes to Claxton. Williams on the wing. Screen by Claxton. Lets it fly. Utah with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Sexton. Back to Clarkson. Sharp against Markkanen. Outside Sexton. Thomas with a steal. Second chance shot. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Johnson, he's checked in for Sharp. The Jazz have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Sexton against Russell. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collins. 6 to shoot. Over Johnson. Collins, no good. The Nets with a lead. Thomas passes to Williams. And the Nets miss again.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Russell against Clarkson. Here's Juzang. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Juzang. Kicks it out to Markkanen. From the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Johnson that can bang down low and knock him down at the stripe.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he makes a first.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. And Johnson drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Jazz trail by 4. Now here's Clarkson, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Outside Sexton, over Thomas, and it's Sexton, that time on the assist by Clarkson. Sexton's got 9.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
And for the Nets, they're shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Russell to pass to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson. Down low. And Claxton throws it down.
Good to see Thomas give the rock up there. That's the right choice.
1:06 left in the second. Clarkson against Thomas. Outside Sexton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Russell. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Outside Johnson. No good on the 3. Utah's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Clarkson attacking.
And what intensity from Clarkson on the drive, forcing the defense into making mistakes and fouling.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for him.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Martin, he's checked in for Utah. That one drops. He ties it up. And the Nets shooting only 36% during the second. Thomas outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. There's a screen. Pass to Jose. Fires the 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Here's Thomas. He's got 15. Over Clarkson. What a performance for Colin Sexton. He has been the story for the Jazz. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. Changing focus now, how about Colin Sexton in that first half? Putting in work.
Taking his time on offense has allowed him to get into a rhythm, and his teammate are getting him the ball. So the rhythm, he could do something with it.
Yeah, that's not only putting up the points, but that's putting a great beat to it, Shaq.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. On the floor for Brooklyn, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Markkanen misses. Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Williams. Pass to Thomas. Rebounded by Juzang. And the Jazz with possession here. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Back to Clarkson. Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Clarkson's got 8.
You give Clarkson an opening and he'll cut right through your defense. He has great instincts on the drive.
Nets trail by 3. Pass to Thomas. Goes up at the stripe. Rebound, Utah. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Russell against Sexton. Now here's Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Sexton. And there's the drive. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
Good anticipation from Johnson. Saw the shot coming and got a hand on it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all 3 levels. He is as confident as they come.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. So it's Utah now, following the bucket by the Nets. Clarkson outside. Markkanen looking it over. Wow! Markkanen leaving his mark inside.
Inside Markkanen is difficult to cover. He can be surprisingly agile for his size.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Russell against Sexton. Back to Russell. Pass to Johnson for the lead. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Johnson's got 13.
When you have a shooter like Cam Johnson, you're running that play with confidence.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And with the All-Star game coming up, let's check in on the standings in the East. You take a look at Brooklyn. Boy, it's been a rough season for them. They're at the bottom of their conference. The Jazz have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Markkanen. Brooklyn pulls it in. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
You can tell Cam Thomas has a real aptitude for this game. He can contribute in multiple stats out on that floor.
The Nets with a lead. Russell with the ball. He's got 5. Pass to Williams. Russell against Sexton. Claxton a screen on Sexton. Clock at 6. Russell from outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Over the last 10 games at the free throw line, this is the list of the best power forwards and centers. Second is John Collins.
And I love how these bigs take the touch they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
Yeah, because you know if you're spending the majority of your time in the paint, you're going to get to the line a lot. So it serves you well to hit your free throws.
Here's Thomas. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here's Russell. Pass to Williams. There's the drive. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now Sexton. Markkanen outside. Sexton against Russell. Sexton passes to Clarkson. Here's Juzang. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 7 tonight. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Williams' shot is good.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Jazz trail by 5. Now here's Sexton. 11 points in the game. Here's Clarkson. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Thomas with the ball, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. And it's good. 2 points.
That's an agile little move there by Thomas to get himself to that bucket.
Sexton passes to Clarkson. Now here's Collins, covered by Johnson. Pass to Markkanen. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
I'm liking the throwback approach. They're making use of the mid-range area and inflicting major damage there.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
First free throw is good. Markkanen hits them both. Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Claxton. And here's Johnson. It's guarded by Markkanen. Just 4 to shoot. Thomas. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. This is his third trip to the free throw line in this game, and he drops the first. Utah making a switch here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Both free throws good for Thomas.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Russell against Sexton. On the wing, Clarkson over Thomas. Utah with another miss. Brooklyn leading by 5. Puts the move on. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3. Sensabaugh's got 7 points in the game.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Russell to pass to Claxton. Outside Johnson. Here's Thomas for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Thomas has got 9 points now in the second half.
In constant motion off ball, Thomas finds a soft spot and trusts the ball will find him back.
Clarkson against Thomas. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 7. Now Collins. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Utah.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For Brooklyn, Sharp comes in for Williams, and it's Melton in for Thomas. Melton passes to Claxton. Now here's Russell. Sharp, a screen on Clarkson. To the inside. Claxton up top. Melton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Sharp. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And so it's Collins who brings up the ball for the Jazz. 2-point game. It's stolen by Johnson. Claxton with it. It's guarded by Markkanen. Johnson inside. Melton against Sexton. There's the triple. Melton misses. The Jazz have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Sexton goes in for the tie. Pass to Sensabaugh. Russell against Clarkson. Markkanen with it. For 3, Sexton. Brooklyn with the board. Sharp's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Sharp, a screen on Collins. To the paint. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Lauri Markkanen. Martin, he's checked in for Utah. Mikhailu comes in for Collins. Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Johnson. He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Sexton with it. 11 points in the game. Back to Clarkson. And he drives in.
And Clarkson never takes his foot off the accelerator. He puts pressure on defenses and gets these type of calls.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one falls for Clarkson. Hendricks is checked in for Mikhailuk. And so Clarkson nails both of them.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Melton passes to Sharp. Now Johnson. Going inside. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Here's Clarkson. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Clarkson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Now here's Johnson. He's closely guarded. Pass to Wilson. Takes a 3. Hits the trifecta. Wilson's got 6.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Now Martin. Clarkson with the ball. Outside for Sexton. Here's Martin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And here's Johnson. No points yet. Melton outside. Back to Johnson. The 3 from Russell. Here's Melton. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Clarkson outside. With the drive. Here's Martin. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets leading by 4. Here's Johnson. Got a piece of it. For 3, Sexton sinks it from distance. 14 points for him.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Sexton against Melton. Pass to Johnson. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Johnson's got his first basket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Utah has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Martin with a screen on Melton. Clarkson with the ball for the tie. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Hendricks. And it's George in for Clarkson. And a change for the Nets. Lewis is checked in for Russell. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Johnson against George. Johnson passes to Melton. Pass to Wilson. Back to Melton. Over Sexton. Melton misses. Utah has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Here's Filipowski for the lead. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got rebound number 11. Melton outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter here.
Get there.
Sharp, a screen on Sexton. Good if it goes. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Nets, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Collier is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Kenyon Martin. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Jazz trail by 4. Now George. Markkanen outside. Martin with a screen on Sharp. Here's Markkanen. Blocked! Here's Martin. Markkanen left side. Tries again. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And he's now got the double-double.
Well within Markkanen's range. Lowry is so comfortable with his jumper.
Pass to Wilson. Outside Johnson. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's. Here's Sensabaugh. He's defended by Hayes. Pass to Martin. Inside. Shot's good by Collier.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Melton passes to Johnson. To the left wing. Now here's Hayes. Melton, right side. Here's Wilson. And the Nets miss again. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Collier. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Melton finds Johnson. Here's Wilson. He's guarded by Martin. Here's George. Here's Markkanen to take the lead. Brooklyn with the board. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Martin. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Now here's Melton. Here's Wilson. Here's Hayes. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Utah leading. Here's Collier. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Utah making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Nets trail by 3. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
They set the pick. From deep, Melton. The rebound by Markkanen. The Jazz have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Down low. Here's Martin. Pass to Collier. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
George, he's checked in for Utah. Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Nets have gotten nothing to go so far in the fourth. They're 0 for 6. George against Melton. Pass to Thomas. To get back on track. And the three-pointer goes. Thomas has got 12 points in just the second half.
He notched 1 deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Martin with a screen on Sharp. Clarkson outside. Back to Markkanen. Jacks up a 3. Good D by Sharp.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
So they take the lead. Thomas has got 29 points.
Oh, that's just a beautiful work of art. Thomas is a 3-level microwave scoring threat.
Utah trailing here. Markkanen left side. On the break. Here's Johnson. Off with the layup.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Clarkson passes to George. Pass to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sensabaugh. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Melton following the bucket by the Jazz. Johnson finds Thomas with the floater. That one goes in. Thomas has got 31 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Trailing by 2. Markkanen with a screen on Melton. George with it. Now Sharp defending. And stolen by Melton. And now the Nets on the break. Outside Johnson. Sharp against Clarkson. The rebound by Markkanen.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Clarkson outside. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. 4-3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharps.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
Drains the triple.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Jazz trail by 5. And Clarkson, here we go. And the shot goes. Clarkson's got 21.
Yeah, offensively, Clarkson has been hot. And you know it's motivating everyone else on his team, too.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Melton passes to Thomas.
Count the basket and the foul.
It goes on Keontae George.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
For the Jazz, John Collins checked in for Martin. Juzang comes in for Sensabaugh. And Sexton subbed in for George. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Clowney. Williams is checked in for Johnson. And Russell is subbed in for Melton. Free throw no good for Thomas. The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Here's Juzang. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Pass to Claxton. Back to Russell. Thomas outside. He takes it in. Soft touch off the glass. Thomas has got 38 points.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Clarkson, left side. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Sexton. And he drops it in from the low post.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And Brooklyn with possession here, following the bucket by Utah. Thomas outside. The three. Utah grabs the miss. Outside Sexton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Russell.
And the quickness is unmatched. Tough for defenders to check Sexton. I mean, he just draws the contact right there.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. Russell with the ball. Pass to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson to the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
And it's Utah with the ball. 4-point game. And here's Sexton. Here's Juzang. Williams defending. Back to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Claxton with the block. And he recovers it. And here's Collins for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Thomas. Collins with the rebound. The Jazz have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Juzang. No good on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 4. To the wing, right side. The baseline, Jay. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Here's Sexton. And the layup is good off the glass. Sexton's got 20 points.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit, and he did.
Now Russell. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Thomas. To the inside. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Clarkson following the bucket by Brooklyn. Pass to Sexton. Here's Juzang. And stolen by Williams. In transition, here they come. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
That right there might put the finishing touch on this one. Definitely not the time to get sloppy with the ball.
Jazz trail by 6. Clarkson outside. Claxton with the block. Here's Russell. Utah grabs the miss. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Clarkson with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Fades and shoots. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Williams. Here's Johnson. Chalk up 2 there. And the Nets lead by 8.
Good work on the offensive glass. Johnson putting his 6'8" height to great use.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And Utah has possession. Pass to Juzang. Now Clarkson. There's the 3. Claxton with a rebound. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Markkanen. Now here's Clarkson. To the middle. Here's Juzang. He drains it from the right block.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And that's an intentional foul. Here's Russell. Outside, Williams. Thomas outside. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson. And it's Thomas off the drive. Goes back up. And Claxton with the lay-in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
"20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 3 from Sexton. Williams grabs the board. He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9. And Williams drops them both.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away. So we see the Nets taking the W here.
They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Cam Thomas.